up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Chillin' with Villains. I'm one of your hosts, JB. I'm here joined with Marc, who is somewhere in New Jersey. Marc, what's good, my guy?
What up?
Hold on, I'm gonna sip my beer. It's Friday vibes, you know? Friday teams. Hope everyone were lit. Always in that. Water's always a vibe, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it could be the weekend, it could be a weekday, it could be day, night. It's like, oh shit, you got some water, you vibing out right now. But now, what's good, y'all? I felt like, we haven't potted in a minute.
I know, it feels like forever.
It's only been, we only missed last week, y'all. I know, but it's felt like forever. I'm sure it's felt like forever for y'all. It's felt like forever for us. But nonetheless, we're back here. Last time we had left off, so we talked about Shang-Chi. We had the whole crew here besides Ariel. And then the episode before that, Marc and I were doing What If, Stargirl, and Titan. So we had done What If episode 3, Stargirl episode 3, and Titans episode 5. So we were probably like 2-3 behind on like all of them. So we're obviously not gonna go into detail about everything, just because that would require massive amounts of content. But we will talk about our likes, our dislikes, and just the overall viewing of our the last few episodes of each show. We're doing those 3 shows, and we're also gonna do Doom Patrol, which came back this week, which I was like, wow, I always forget how good that show is. Like, and then once I get into it, I'm just like, holy shit, I forgot what roller coaster ride this is. And it really just fucking is.
It's just so fucking good, man. It's so good.
The writing is insane. Like, the writing is just absolutely insane. I'm just like, how can they continuously give me this kind of character development and continuously make me like want the best for these characters? Like, I like preserve them at all costs, please.
And this is how you know it's a good show, because there's not like shit tons of action, but it's still like, I'm like, oh, I gotta watch the next one. Oh, I gotta watch the next one.
Hell yeah.
So that's how you know it's good. That or like, the writing and the acting, that's so good, so top notch. It's really like, it's DC's best like TV show. That's like, has more than one season. Obviously, Watchmen's like untouchable, but like,
that's why I had to put that in the post, because I'm like,
oh, right.
I think Watchmen, to me, right, it's a limited series, it's a one and done. So to me, right, it's the untouchable of DC TV at the moment, right? Yeah, I don't know, something else could come up, and
I've never enjoyed a DC show, or honestly any comic book show like I enjoyed that show.
Right, and then, but I won't lie, like Doom Patrol is up there in terms of entertainment. It's just that Watchmen, I think Watchmen being a limited series is what helped preserve its sort of like status. And it's not to say that with Doom Patrol, like, the seasons have been getting like worse. That's not it at all. It's just, that's how we just feel about, Watchmen. But Doom Patrol is very much in second place. Like, wow, this shit just always keeps on giving. And you're just like, and the wacky stuff, it's not even like it's out of place. You know what I mean? It's like, because sometimes a show could do wacky shit and you'll just be like, that's just fucking corny. Like, what the fuck y'all doing?
And still, even though it's like more of like, like these guys are like not as super serious all the time, when it is serious, it stays fucking serious. It doesn't, you don't see like constant jokes all the time in every single scene.
Yo, just tell us how you really feel about the MCU, Marc.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, because Shang-Chi was great. No,
but Shang-Chi did a good job of that too. Like, it's like, we're in a serious moment, so we're gonna stay here. Mm-hmm. Like, we're not gonna follow it up with a joke and make the crowd laugh. Like, no, this is a serious moment. Everyone take this in, because it's some real life shit. And I guess we could start then with Doom Patrol and what we've gotten with these first 3 episodes, since we're on the topic already. And we were actually DMing yesterday, and we were talking about like, wow, like this shit is just started off like real good. Like, so for those that don't know, the season 3 premiere was actually supposed to be the season 2 finale, but because of when the whole COVID thing happens, they had to stop production and post-production and all that, so they just ended up putting this as the premiere, and I thought it kind of flowed really well. I thought it was a like it kind of meshed well with just introducing us to this new season. You know what I mean? And then everything going on with the Chief and everything going on with Dorothy, who I've like grown to like really love, actually. Like just her taking Candlemaker and just been like, yo, like we're gonna put a time out here because you're actually bugging, my guy. Like, you're
bugging.
You're tweaking right now. Like we used to be friends and now you're just trying to like take control. Like what the fuck is going on? But no, I think the first 3 episodes started off really, really well. We had the first one kind of concluding what we saw in season 2 with that. And kind of so you were like, yo, there's no way they capped off Chief like that. And I was like, word, like at first I thought they did. I was like, yo, like he's like, I think this was it for him. I think, and then we got that post-credit scene. Obviously, this is spoilers. If y'all don't know us by now, we talk spoilers, so this is a full spoiler on thing going on. But right, and at the post-credit scene for the end of, I believe it was the end of episode 1, where that homeboy shows up to his grave and pulls his head out.
Cut his head off. Very like, God of War.
Yeah, the living aren't done with you yet. I'm just like, wow, like this dude is just never gonna die in peace, like ever. He's gonna live forever. Hold on, sip of the beer. But. But I liked that we still got to see his ghost form and him coming to Cliff, and Cliff is like, yo, what the fuck? Like, leave me alone. Yeah. Like, why are you always around?
And he's still asking him for shit once he's dead. Like, can you burn my body? It's like, he's just like, oh my God. Like, dude,
like, no.
Just died. No. Like, just go away. Like, and it's funny too, right before his ghost went away, he was in the living room just sitting looking at the fire, and he saw the other ghosts having sex.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm about to join in. And then that's when he's like,
he's like, what the fuck?
It's like, yo, I can just never get some cheeks. Like, I'm just trying to get some yeeks out here. Like, they bugging. But no, I mean, dude, and even these first 3 episodes, like just already with the fucking character development for all of them, like with Cliff, right? Since we were talking about him a little bit, and it's just like he's showing signs of what can be potentially, Parkinson's, and I'm just like, wow, like how creative can you get? This dude has a robotic. This dude is all like machine.
He could have a robotic version of Parkinson's. We don't know exactly.
Well, not even right. We don't know what it is, but it's just the fact that like something like Parkinson's it's all in here. Has nothing to do with
human brain
exterior. Exactly. Yep. It has everything to do with what Cliff actually does have and what Cyborg was telling him. He's like, yo, you're not all robotic, dude. Like you still have this. Like you still have your mind.
And it's funny because he said the same thing to him. He's like, yo, you're not like. When he was like, oh man, like I'm cut off from the grid, like all my technology's not working. Like he's like, you're not. There's a lot more to you than there is to this technology that's in your body.
Yeah, and I love to see these sort of interactions between them because it's so important because no one else gets them the way they get each other because they're all fucked up. They're all in this fucked up situation, all because of the Chief, right? So they have that one thing in common where they're like, fuck the Chief, but. Like it's just great that now that he has a granddaughter, right? Cliff has his granddaughter, and then before they died, because they got clapped, they went to like the afterlife, right? Which I was like,
clapped.
They did
got clapped,
and so once they got clapped and they were in that afterlife, and Cliff was with his pops. And he was like, oh, I actually, got to meet your daughter and like got a relationship with her. And he was just like, fuck. Like,
yeah.
So now he's sort of like, damn, like I have to stick around and I have to figure out what's going on with me because I want to live around to be there for her because I didn't get it. And my dickhead of a dad did. And I can't, like, it just feels like his dad is always one step ahead of him. And my thing too with Cliff, it's like, he needs to stop like, comparing, you know what I mean? Like he should just be like, yo, like I'm here now. Like, I'm not like how I want to be. I'm not in my human form, but it's just like he's like she's here. She's accepted me. Her wife has accepted me, even though she's annoyed with me. Like, it's like why not take this opportunity and actually live a life like just being there for her now and being there for my grandkid. So I'm glad to see he's finally starting because he's very stubborn. Cliff is a stubborn motherfucker. So it's just like, dude, like get out of it. I mean, and in a sense, they all are. They all are to a certain extent. But they each, it's a stubborn. They all have a different type of stubbornness, right? Where now take a character like Rita, for example, right? Where hers, I won't say it's really stubbornness. It's more just the lack of doing, right? It's
right. She doesn't have a sense of responsibility. She doesn't have that. I mean, none of them really do, except for Cyborg. Because they're all just like, we're fucked up. Like, we're not fucking heroes, man. Like, you know, that's what Jane says. Like, we're not we're fucking not super team. Right. We're not a super team. Like, get over it.
We're not the Doom Patrol, dude.
Which, I mean, like, you know, it's funny. I always look at Doom Patrol as not a super team. It's just like a team.
Right.
Like, people, if super team feels like they're all like, hello, we're here to save the day. You know what I mean? But
that's what Cyborg sort of represents in this context.
Right, exactly. Like he's the guy. He's like the one person who's like the most.
Hey, it's like, hey guys, like, come on, we gotta do this. Like, you guys, right. He's like, you guys don't think these people are scared? I mean, at the end of the day, he was right, but
well, he was right about one of them. The other guy was just like, I'm chilling now. Fuck that shit. It's all dumb.
Yeah, like, I love that character. I love that character.
Gargurax.
Yeah, some shit like that. I'll find it. Hold on. Let me go on our handy dandy IMDb. This episode is not sponsored by IMDb, but it can be if they wanted to.
Yes.
Let me just go here. Doom Patrol. I'm on patrol. That SpongeBob episode. I'm in the mailbox. Where are we?
Who is your like sneak, like who stole the show over the first 3 episodes, which is that?
Honestly, because when you had sent me that message where you're like, yo, I can see Jane, like if Jane had a spinoff show, like I'll agree with you there. I think out of all of them, you know, I'm mostly attached to her story the most, just because it's just like her shit is wild. Crazy. I mean, all of their shit is completely wild, but hers is just like, holy fuck. Like, damn. It's like everyone else's is like fuck, and then hers is like, holy fuck. You know what I mean? Excuse my F-bombs. You know, starting now, Mark, I'm gonna avoid cursing on the podcast. I think I could do it. It's gonna take some time to get used to, but I think I could do it. All right, yo. So, and then like, let's keep a track record. I want you and all the rest of our listeners to just keep a track record. If I curse, make a comment about it anywhere on our Instagram, on our YouTube channel. Just be like, yo, you had cursed on this one episode, a minute, whatever, and we'll jot it down. And then every time I curse, I don't know.
I'm gonna Venmo you $5.
I'm still unemployed, so I won't do that. I'm not Don't take Marc's word for it. I'm not Venmoing anyone.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Don't actually expect that.
Please don't. But yeah, back to your question. Honestly, I think it would have to be shit. I think it would have to be Larry, dude. Like, I think Larry for me, because it's just I don't know.
Thank God they didn't have him like just off and doing his own shit for like a season or something.
Oh no, they just brought him back.
Thank God. I was like worried. I was like, I hit you up right after. I was like, yo, don't tell me they just sent my guy Larry out. Like, no way.
I think they did that whole process because that was supposed to be the end of season 1. So it's kind of just like, okay,
right. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah.
And then the time difference from season 1 to season 2 elapses. And
right. I was like, I got it. Like, I understood like right after, because I do remember, I think it was the 3rd episode where I remembered, oh shit, that first episode was supposed to be, now this is supposed to be the 2nd episode of the season. So now I understand like why they sent him off like that, just to cover him next episode. It seemed like, you know, like, I was like, all right, I wouldn't have a problem with it, because I was like, thank God. But like, it was just like,
yeah,
it was just surprising.
You know why? Because I think, especially with him, the past 2 seasons with him, I've been obviously not like, I've been conflicted in the sense that I'm just like, yo, like, just listen to what this other form that's in your body is telling you to do.
Sometimes it's not like clear cut. Like, what do you think he was trying to communicate to him? Like, I have no clue. Like, was he trying to say that you're still you without me, or like, I don't understand what he's trying to say or do.
I'm not fully understanding it either, but I do think it's just like and that's the thing. I don't think Larry himself is. I mean, obviously, because this whole astral projection thing is very confusing for him as well. But I just think it was more to just like, hey, like you need a different perspective of life. Like you're thinking too small. You're just thinking like this. You just been crammed up in that house for too long. Like but I love when he was talking to him and he was like Rita needs me and I also need Rita. And when he went back and told Rita like I need you too, I was like this moment is so dope because like the both of you have been so codependent. Yeah.
I got that message, but then after that he just left. He's gone. Like where the fuck is he? Like that's what I, because he kept on like in the vision or not the vision in outer space. He was like he pointed at him. And then he I don't know what he was trying to say. Like so that's what I was confused about. Like I got the point there. He was like, like let's go out, let's go leave go do something else. So I got that. It makes sense.
I think maybe it has more to do with the bandages. Like it's like you're okay to show off who you really are
right
now.
Maybe that's what it was. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, like here, I'm not going to be because like this is like. You're not like ugly, I guess he was saying, or you're not like a sore sight for people. Like if people call you that or whatever, fuck them. You know what I mean, kind of thing. Like have confidence in how you look without the bandages. Maybe
it was also so funny to me when he bandaged the rest of the team, put them on the table.
God, that was so morbid and creepy.
Dorothy was just like, so you'd rather do this than just keep their bodies.
Don't you think this is kind of morbid? And he's like. You know what? I can see how fresh eyes can maybe work. I was like, yeah.
That was actually hysterical. I was just like, wow, that's so funny because it was like, wow, this is really creepy, dude. Like, what the fuck? And you can sense it in his voice. And I think Matt Boomer does such a good job, especially since we can't see him. And like his expressions in his faces, it's more of his speech. And like he just needs to deliver his lines in a certain way to express that emotion. And I think he does such a good job with it.
He's great.
They all are. Like they 100%. All just fucking kill it. And you know, and so I think, so that's why with me, I think right now it's with his story that I'm just like, and you know, with the whole bandages thing, it's like, yo, be who you really are now. Like this is who you and we are. Like accept it and find the beauty in who you are now.
Right.
You know, because shit happened. Like it happened. It's done with. Like there's unfortunately, I mean, maybe in this universe, of course, there's something that can be done about it, but that's not where the writers are gonna go with it. It's just like, yo, like. And I love now that they put like those behind the scenes, like, and they talk about the episode more and just sort of where the writer is getting these sort of, you know, and going with these stories. I don't know if you've been watching them as well.
I didn't watch them, no.
Yeah. Like they're real short. It's like 3 minutes and like sort of they get some of the actors and the writer to like talk about what is going on in the minds of these characters right now and all that. So and that's why I think that episode where they actually are in, you know, purgatory in a sense, or just waiting to like see the light,
right? And
they spend time with their, Cyborg had his moment with his mother, which I was like, wow. I was like, this was like, that was crazy. Like that was so dope. And just talking about like the relationship with like his father and sort of like how it's like, oh, like, she was like, oh, he chose to make you like this. And he's like, what do you mean? Like he chose, like what could he have done differently? You know what I mean? And it's just like, and she didn't really want to like get into all that. She's like, dude, like just go to the light. Like just, you know, be sane with like who you are right now, you know? And the fact that she didn't see him any different, you know, like she was like that was the first time she's seen him as Cyborg. And like, it was just like, you're still my son. Like, I don't care about all that.
Oh, whoops.
Hey, what happened, Mark? For our audio listeners, Mark camera went away. Camera went away. That's proper English.
It's so I was like, come back out. All right, but yeah, I agree. Like, it was just great to see that, and like, the fact that she's not like, oh, like, what the fuck happened to you? Like she it felt like she already knew. Like, obviously, she probably been watching them from up there, maybe, or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes like she just seemed like, oh, okay, like whatever, like, but like, yeah, that was cool to see. Jane,
with the grandma,
with the grandma, yeah,
who's named Jane. And she was asking like, why does she keep me around? And it's
you're so good with her. She kept saying it to the grandma, like, you're so good with her, but like she named Jane because Jane is like her favorite, basically. Is what she said. Basically,
yeah, Jane is her primary. Like, that's what she wants to model herself after, her grandmother. And I was like, oh my god, dude! Like, just hitting me all in the field. Oh, so good. And all of them like teaming up to fight like basically depression and anxiety and like the fake Miranda that took over her mind.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, oh my god. When she had the noose around her neck, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was like,
and I had no clue whether they were gonna like.
I was like, there's no way they're gonna kill her off.
There's no shot.
There's no shot, man. No shot. Yeah, but like, no, I was like, someone's gotta, like, she's gonna come back and then like she's gonna be like I thought maybe she'd step off, but it wouldn't break her neck. Like she'd be like just like kind of struggling to like kind of like pull herself up or something, but then somebody would come up and lift her.
And Cliff had her from the jump.
Cliff was just like, I got you. I was like, boom. And it wasn't like, it wasn't even freaked out. He was just like, I got you. Like, boom.
Exactly. We were already here, dude.
We were already here.
Yeah. Like, and it was funny because the fake Miranda, I'm pretty sure that was her name, right? Miranda. Yeah. She was just like, oh, like your friends aren't here. Like they're not here to save you. Like no one's here to save you, but like they were there for her, like in her time of need. And then just inside her head where all of them were just saying, well, this shit is just gonna happen again. Like, and they're like, it's fine. Well, exactly. Like we'll figure it out. And I was like, wow, this is deep, dude, because like it's such a like,
because depression doesn't go away, anxiety doesn't really go away. You just have to learn how to deal with it. When those waves come, it's like, okay, cool. Like it's here. Like how can I really deal with this? Right. You know, and anybody, and again, we'll always promote, mental health and talk to whoever, you guys feel you're comfortable with speaking with, or, speak with a professional who you feel comfortable speaking with. But just know, and like, or even us, if you want to hit our DMs, like we're always open. Like we really are. We mean that. Like seriously. So if you guys do feel some kind of way, definitely hit our line. Not saying we'll have the right answers, but we'll be there. Like we'll be a shoulder to lean on. But no, I definitely think that whole aspect of it was incredible. And then also I keep going through these characters. I'm like, wow, they're all having like their moment. Like it's crazy how they're just letting, these are hour-long episodes, and they're able to, 5 of these characters, they're just able to like just get down so well. Like introducing new ones throughout, like dude, bro, like one of the, like when Gargalax or whatever his name is,
amazing.
Dude, the development. I mean, it was just like done in one episode. It was done basically.
Right. He probably had 20 minutes of screen time, if that.
No, well, he had. There was a.
Oh, he had his whole.
What episode? He was introduced in episode 2.
Episode 2, yeah. That's when they went
and
on
then
vacation.
3 is when. No. He wasn't introduced in that episode. There was another episode he was introduced in, wasn't it?
No, it was the second one. It was because that one's called Vacate Patrol. So it was that one. Hold on, let me close the door because I turned on the AC.
Yeah. Was that really the first one?
It was episode 2.
No, I know, but like I thought he made an appearance before that for like a second.
Hold on, I can't hear you.
Oh, right. I thought he made an appearance before that, like in episode 1. Briefly, and then
no, they did because they did his whole story in the beginning of episode 2, because they showed that montage. Because remember they went through the years.
Right. I'm here.
Of the
day 2000. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Because they did the Brotherhood of Evil, which was dope, which was so cool. Cool. I was like, yo, like these motherfuckers. And then they showed that Niles had defeated the Brotherhood of Evil, but so him and his boy, the red dude, it was like Stevenson, right? That was his name.
Yeah,
or like
an asshole. It definitely wasn't Stevenson. It definitely wasn't Stevenson. Oh, you just cursed.
Oh damn! Thanks for.
It definitely wasn't Stevenson. It was something.
Gargoyles. Yo, this dude is Ox. Stephen Murphy, the guy who plays Gargoyles, is Ox. This dude is dumb ox. Yo, all right, cool. What was the other dude? Y'all not crediting him? Damn. Come on, IMDb. Get your shit together. Where he at? Damn. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe they got him over here somewhere. They got someone that's resort staff, but they don't got my son, whatever his name was. Well, y'all know who we talking about. The red dude. Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. Why you look that up? But right, like they did his whole arc in a single episode. Yo, you know what's crazy?
Beast.
You know what's crazy? When they took that vacation, I didn't even know because they didn't really mention that's where Garg was staying at.
Tub.
So then when they went to the sauna, when they went to the sauna, I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah, when I heard his voice, I was like, no way.
Yeah.
But I was like, holy shit. I love it.
It was incredible. And then right, like even his character development was like, yo, dude, like we were telling his boys, like this whole thing it's a dub. Like, what does it matter anymore? Like let's move on. Let's be free. Like let's live life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because they were in isolation. Yo, they were the only ones there for how long? Like 30, 40 years, they were saying, you know?
Wow.
And you know, and I think his character, it showed where it's like, you know, you saw he was determined. You know, he was young, he was determined, and then, you know, he kind of started getting older and withering away, but in a sense where it was probably a good thing for him. Obviously, he got clapped after, which I was upset about. Oh, my God. It was Stevenson, wasn't it?
No.
But go ahead.
Somebody was, the Darling Come Home, when somebody was saying Darling Come Home, a voice, one of the voice actors was somebody we had on this show before.
Oh, shout out to her.
Yeah.
Brief little cameo. If y'all know voice actors, go to one of our previous episodes. Y'all know who we're referring to. That shall not be named. but did you find the name?
Everybody but this motherfucker.
Wow. But yeah, nonetheless, and that what did you think of that scene where they were dancing at the end?
I loved it.
Right? Like it was so
I was laughing and cheering, like, let's go.
The soundtrack is incredible too. Let us die young.
Oh yeah.
I was like, ooh, okay. And then they all got in the middle. I was like, yo, like I can't picture I can picture Cyborg doing some shit like this. Ah, damn, the S word. Some shoot like this. Some shoot like this because like Teen Titans, like I could picture him doing like something like that.
Right.
Teen Titans, you know what I mean? So, but then another one too, and the reason I want to bring up Rita right now is because one, obviously she's dealing with those issues of like, hey, like, how can I be proactive? Like, how can I actually like be a hero and do stuff? Mm-hmm. So my thing to you, when they got clapped, right before they got clapped, the woman shows up that looks exactly like her, right? Do you think that was her, or do you think that was Michelle Gomez's character, Madame Rogue, the one
it was definitely Madame Rogue.
How? Because or do you think there's time travel involved? Because who was the dude when they went to the underworld? That reminded me a lot of an older Larry. Like just the way his face was. Like it could have been Larry.
Could have been.
And but he said his name was but he called her by a different name. Right? He called her damn, what
he said something. He said something at the end. He said, what was the quote he said? Oh my God, man. I should have wrote this shit down.
I know. Like because a lot went on in that last episode.
Oh yeah.
A lot went on in that last episode. Is this episode 3 that I'm on IMDb? I love that team.
I know. The English guys and the girl.
The dead detective boys like crew or whatever. Like that was so cool. Like their chemistry off the chain.
Dude, did it not feel like they were setting them up for their own show?
I wouldn't mind.
Like I wouldn't mind. I'd watch it. But no, because like
Max original. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, has to be. But like the story sounded really cool. The like like her motivation, like, oh, like I'm trying to track that fucker down and fuck him up, like, and then get my memories back.
That's a demon. Like she was just
sign
like,
me the fuck up. I'm there.
Like, yeah, and then them running away from death, like
while they're doing it
with a capital D. Yep.
Sign me up.
Even Larry's little talk with one of them, like, cause like he knew like that they were vibing with each other, and he was like, "Yo, like you were from the 1970s, bro. Like times have changed. Like, love whoever you want to love, bro. Like that's your dude. Be with your dude. That's it. That's all it is." But that episode was off the chain too. Like, I really, really did enjoy it. But yeah, like that was the one where it's like, okay, cool. Like we have now someone that looked like Rita and was like, "Yo, I'm sorry. This is necessary. This is something that needs to be done." But right, it could definitely be Madame Rogue. Oh, shout out to Shawty from the play who got clapped. Who fell inside the thing. She was, when they did that whole scene, I was like, that shit was so cringe. That shit was so cringe.
It was funny. Everybody else sang great, I think, except for her.
Yeah, she was butt. She was OD butt. Shout out to her though. But like that, so Madame Rowe comes in now, and she's also looking for Niles. So there's a lot going on, dude. And I'm just like, so
here's what I think what happened with Madame Rowe.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
So I think that she was the one they were hunting. Madame Rogue is the one they were hunting, like a Gargalaxin or whatever. That's the one I think they were supposed to hunt.
Okay.
And
because we clearly see that she could face
and
shift.
she already I think she did it before she even saw. Well, in our
Rita.
eyes, before she saw Rita, she already
she was already Rita.
Put Rita's face, right? She put Rita's face on because it wasn't even at that resort. Didn't she do it right there at the outside of the theater?
So she did it outside the theater, but she looked like
the girl. She looked
like the girl who died, right?
Okay, I thought for a second I saw Rita's face in there for a second, but maybe not. But
they do look. The actresses do look alike. Though.
They do a little bit.
Michelle Gomes and April Bowlby,
something like that.
Excuse me if we messed up.
Sorry,
April.
But no, yeah, it's very. So okay, so I think that they were hunting her, and I don't know what the purpose of that drill is.
That's probably how they get around time traveling.
She said, "What year is this?" So I was like,
she was like, "Huh, that'll work."
Yeah, that'll work.
2021, that'll work.
So, but I also didn't think, oh, maybe she's underground. Maybe she lost track of time. If she was just surviving down there for some reason, I don't know. I mean, because
she's clearly looking for Niles. So I mean, who isn't at this point?
I know.
And so the whole story pretty much revolves around him. And another thing that I want to mention too is the fact that he gave Rita the key to in case we need to put an end to my daughter, to Doyle. I'm like, oh my God, my poor Doyle. I love her. Like, stop. And I kind of like what they did where they made her go with that crew. They're definitely set up a spin-off, bro. They have to be. There's no way.
Have to be, right? Like, what is she looking for?
Release it. # release the whoever directed this cut.
S3E1-3, what are you doing?
So it's like, I love that they did that because I feel like they did such a good job with her story in season 2 that it's nice that they're like, okay, they're putting a pause on her story for now. Cause I'm like perfect. Like don't keep prolonging her story arc. Like we get it. Like we've all fallen in love with her, and I'm glad they're doing what they're doing and just keeping like those core members now. Like, okay, boom, and here's the story that we're following now. So we're in for a fucking damn it.
Like,
sorry,
dude,
excuse
honestly,
me.
Dude, this show in 3 episodes, like, obviously of this season, like, bro, I mean, they did. It's better than every Marvel show. That's
why do you gotta do that? Why do you gotta
I have to do it, bro. I have to do it. Like, it's something in me. It's something in me, bro. I have to. Like, it's just because you think about, because we've been only talking about Marvel recently for the most part. Like, it's really been Marvel. So it's, and then we had like Suicide Squad, and that was it. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's just so refreshing because it's just like, bro.
Not true. We've been talking about Stargirl and Titans, so
I mean, well, yeah, no, but like that's recent. Like, you know what I mean? Like up until like this
Yeah,
is
we did
the best.
WandaVision.
But like we said, this is the best DC show that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And it's not
like,
close. It ain't close.
It's not.
It's not.
And I
like,
think
no
it's
disrespect.
the best. I think it's the
to
best
Titans or
superhero
Stargirl.
show. I think it's the best superhero show out at the moment. Like currently,
yeah.
like the ones that we'll be doing weekly. Like yes, I think it's superior to Titans. I think it's superior to Stargirl. I think it's superior to WandaVision, Loki, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I honestly do. That and again, guys, like it's no shade at these shows. Like we enjoy it. It's just like, right, like you just said, in 3 episodes, like I'm just compelled. I'm just like, wow.
I don't feel this way. I never felt this way, except for WandaVision when it started out. I was very compelled in the beginning because I was
very
like,
interesting,
because it was so different and so weird, and I was like, whoa, I have no fucking clue what's gonna happen. Like I love it, and then you know what happened. So, but the thing I know about Doom Patrol is because they've had seasons 1 and 2 already. I know they're not going to do that to me, do what WandaVision did to me, because they are so fucking wacky. That's their whole shtick. Like they are so out there, like in left field that you're never gonna see. Even if you think you know what the fuck's gonna happen, I guarantee you don't.
Dude, like, I completely forgot in season 1 there were butts running around like Star Labs, butts like buttocks, asses, like.
If anyone ever told me that, I'd be like, "What are you talking about, bro? That's just gonna be ass." No pun intended.
And like, but I love how meta they are. It was great. Cliff is like the audience. Cliff is just like,
Cliff is the audience. What the fuck?
Right, like what is happening? Like, or when they all orgasm? Like, yeah. Like what? Like,
what is just going on here? Like, and that's literally the audience, and it's so great because it's like you feel like you're experiencing with them because they know how weird this is.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like when what's her name? Madam Rogue?
Yeah.
Came down the stairs and then everyone's like staring at her like and Jane's like, who in the fuck are you? Like I was just like, yes, that's literally what I said.
But like right. It's just like
I was like, who the fuck is this chick? Why is she here?
I love that, like, even though they were surprised, like none of them were just like, because it's like, oh my God. Like,
right. They all know it's weird. But it's not like something, it's not so weird that they're like freaking out. Like, what the hell? Like, they're like,
oh, what now?
Yeah, literally. What else can we fucking deal with right now? What else? Like, let us know.
Dealt with everything yet.
Right. Like, it's so great, man. I love it.
Guys, make sure to tune in every Thursday. Same day as Titans. They've been releasing it. So I think it's a smart strategy what they did, because like Titans is coming to Titans I think only has 4 episodes left, or 3.
Yeah, they're
so it's like as that's wrapping up, then you get to the peak of Doom Patrol and you're just like, oh, like so HBO Max is like, yo, like we still have them like contained here in this sort of like area with us. So yeah, it's nice. But I mean, to be honest, the past couple of Titans episodes as well have been pretty solid. I think that definitely. I think where did we leave off with that actually? The last episode we spoke about was 5, so that was the one where the Jason. Let me see. Let me pull up.
I think we didn't talk about the last 2 episodes, like the last week's when.
Honestly, I felt like we haven't talked about the last 3.
3.
So we talked about the episode. Oh yeah, we talked about the episode where Jason came back. Yeah, it's been the last 3, dude. Last 4?
No way. It's not 4.
We didn't do Lady Vic. Did we talk about Lady Vic?
Yeah.
Where Barbara Gordon was fighting her in her wheelchair.
Yeah. We talked about that. I remember you saying like, "Yo, she got hands."
You sure?
She got worked. She got worked by Barbara. Like, I remember you saying something like that.
I mean, either way.
All right, just to be safe, we'll just talk about it from then. So, just to be safe.
I mean, we could just go. I'm like so.
We'll just talk about
right
it
now. Look how dark it is.
I know. Jesus Christ! Turn a light on, kid.
I know. Let me turn the lights on. I just want to get your attention. Hey, you like that? You like the harmonization?
No.
Mad harsh. Lighting's mad harsh on me right now.
You have turn the light on behind you.
So D. I feel like that one's gonna be mad harsh too. Bomba clat.
A bomba clat. Yeah, it's not bad.
We chilling.
Vibing.
But all right, so let's say, right? So we had Lady Vic, 51%, Home, and Souls, right? Those 4 episodes. Now, to me,
Souls was this week's episode.
It was, yeah.
What did you say? Souls and then what?
So
you said Souls and then something else.
We had Lady Vic, 51%, Home, and Souls.
Oh, okay. You said Souls and Home. Okay, got it.
So it's like, to me, so like these episodes have all sort of been in the same realm of like enjoyment and the same realm of sort of just like of what's been happening. I feel the story has been progressing nicely. I feel like the pacing is solid. Like nothing like whoa, like wow, like they just went crazy. Well, I guess you could say, because a few things have happened in this episode, right? We've had a little bit more Tim Drake. We've had a lot more Tim Drake, actually. So,
starting in the last one.
And well, not even that. So we had the episode where his parents' place, right, gets blown up by, because Jason goes
blown
rogue.
up. He just gets it just gets shot up because of because Jason sent some people in there high on the fucking drug, and then you see him sitting outside like, God damn.
He betrays Scarecrow.
Right.
Like Scarecrow's plan goes to shit because the Titans show up. Titans team together. How you feeling about Dick and Barbara being together?
I like it.
Yeah, I'm with because it's dope to see. Just because it's not dope to see because like he's a little bit of a womanizer. I mean, they haven't really shown anything with him and Corey like that. Even though they're probably endgame, they'll end up being together. I feel when the show ends, but. Like, it's just nice to see because in the comics, he's like that. He's just like, yo, like, all right, like, cool. Like, what's up?
Ooh.
Like, yo, I'm here. Like, yo, like, I'm Nightwing. What's up? So him and Barbara, like, joining up, being a team. And again, like we said, even if I did say it or if I didn't say it, the fact that she was working Lady Vic in a wheelchair, lit. Like,
and it made sense
did you see the behind the scenes for that?
Yeah, I did. I
was like, wow, like they really did do an incredible job with that like sequence. They didn't make it look unrealistic. Where it's just like really like you can't you can't mess her up like in a wheelchair.
No, but they made it look good. Like she was. There was moments where you thought, oh, she got it now, but then she could pull the sticks and boom, boom, boom. Like, and she was like, all right, come fuck with me. Like, it was good. I fucked with it. I was like, it wasn't like something so outside the realm of realism. Like. Yeah. It was good. It was good.
And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 episodes left, dude. And I'm sort of glad so we have to catch everyone up, right? I'm sure everyone's been watching if you're tuning into the episode, obviously. But so we have that whole situation. Obviously, Crane, Jason, not doing well, broke
not doing
up.
Well at all.
Broke up. Crane's plan went to shit. I was a little underwhelmed with how they did that. Like they just sort of like unraveled his plan within like because he took control of Oracle. Barbara shuts down Oracle, and then Dick's like, right, great idea. Dick's like, oh my god, like what do we do now? But then like they figured it out like 10 minutes later. Like because
Starfire and Superboy were like out doing their own thing, but then they also figured it out because the guy he killed, that the bomb that had the bomb in the truck.
Right.
They traced him back to working to that employer. Like, so it was very lazy on Scarecrow's part to be like, to send that guy, because you don't think he's gonna, like, after all Jason just told you about him, you don't think that he's gonna put 2 and 2 together and be like, hold on, who the fuck was this guy that got killed?
Right. First of all, Dick is just a genius to begin with.
Right. And Jason has probably said that to him.
like, yo, this dude is nice. And Scarecrow even said it to him. Remember when he was sitting him down, he's like, yo, like, you're still, the fact that he has a non-fear toxin in him and he's still shook from Dick, like, that's insane. Like that's
Yeah.
insane. Like that just shows how like dope Dick Grayson is. Like yo, like I'm the
This dude
guy,
is really
bro.
Batman 2.0. Like, don't fuck with him. Like, please.
Like put some respect to my name.
So yeah,
like,
that's a definite flaw.
Right. That's
like,
why I feel like
looking back, you could say
a villain like Scarecrow shouldn't have let that kind of thing slip up, right?
Yeah. Like it would have made more sense if he called Starfire and she was like, well, as it happens, I actually followed up my own lead and I found this. Because that would have been that's a way more how about the fact that she fucking offed her?
I was woman, like, right? The mob, I was like, the mob mom.
Yeah,
she was like, oh, yo, like we had a thing.
Like you played me? Okay, bet you're dead. Like I was surprised. I was surprised that they killed her. I was like, I liked it though. I didn't care.
Blackfire was like, yo.
She was like,
but the thing is, Starfire is still having these sort of like mental sort of breakdowns too, or like periods where she just is not her. And like the fact, the scene where, first of all, shout out to Superboy and Blackfire who having a thing.
Yeah, that's dope.
But who are actually like vibing with each other. Like
it's not like a physical type thing. It's actually like they like each other.
And like I love the conversations that they have because like, and I like that Blackfire told her truth. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, oh, I killed my parents because I'm evil. Like she broke down what was happening in like
you left and I was left with all the shit and they all started blaming me that you left.
They wanted to kill me and they wanted to massacre me. Like, and
our parents were gonna kill me, so I killed them. Like I was like,
it made it seem they made it seem like self-defense. I mean, I've grown to particularly like her character, so I hope they keep it that way. So great. I don't, and then with Superboy too, him explaining, who like he's built from a lab, dude. Like it's
and I love that they don't really nerf him, where you're like, what the fuck? Like he's got the super speed that he's using a lot. The strength, obviously, like he just takes explosions to the face all the time now. It's just like great.
When he saved Dick,
he was just like,
he's like, dude, like I'm gonna take initiative here because you're actually bugging right now. So come with me. Like I'm just gonna fling you this way. Yeah, and then his brains, he's using the left side of his brain to like do things. It just awesome character development on his part too. I know that they can't really use the CGI for Garth a lot because of like, I wish they did. And I hope they start getting into that. But okay, I get it. But I like that they are still making him a relatable character because he had that relationship with Jason. So him approaching Molly and just being like,
they were the two young boys, like they were like
the same age, they have the same interests, they're both fighting crime. So it's just like, like I think I could save him. Like I really think. We
found Molly, right?
Right, and I really just hope that the team does. So that's what I was going to ask you because you were definitely like, like nah, like we can't forgive him for what he did with Hawk, right? But and I love the scene where he has the conversation with Dick, right? He brings Dick to that tunnel, and he's just like, he's like I'm off the drugs because there's no more supply, right? So that's why him and Crane have fallen off. He's like, what, Crane? Like whatever, he doesn't have it, so he's kind of sobering up, not by to not because he wants to sober up, like he has no choice right now.
I think him running out of the drug was a reality check for him because he was like wow, spinning out and being like, wait, I actually did all this shit.
Yeah, like the scene I told you, right, where he brings those two people. And apologizes.
Amazing.
And she's like, oh, I bet he had it coming. He's like, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
I
did it. I just did it. Yeah, I'm like, wow. Like, cool. Like, there are repercussions. There are repercussions to your actions.
You see him feeling genuine guilt. Like, it's just like, wow, I fucked up royally. Like,
real bad.
And so like you see that and that makes me feel, it's funny because like I was like, nah, there's no way. But then you see stuff like that and you're like I'm not saying he should be back on the team. I just think it'll come to a point where they're just estranged.
Yeah.
like just like you
Like,
go do your thing.
there's no beef.
We're not gonna stop you. Go do your thing.
Right.
Like whatever, but like
and I hope
don't fuck with us.
I hope it comes to that because Red Hood is more like that anyways. Like I work alone.
Right.
So and I'm glad.
And
they
could transition this shit to So
his series.
Right. They can transition to his own series where he's like now like the Red Hood, the like Red Hood Gotham, where you see him like, I don't give a like.
Yeah, and
the shit Titans, right now.
The Titans go back to San Francisco,
right?
At the Titan Tower, and he stays in Gotham and with his own spinoff show and what's going on in Gotham there. That would be awesome. Actually,
imagine he trains Tim. I don't know if he's ready for that though. I don't know if he's ready for that.
Let's see, because
mentally, him as a train. You've never seen Red Hood train nobody because he's not. He's fucking
but that's why I love that scene where they're all like, especially Starfire, like I love when mom and dad bicker, right? I love when Dick and her like bicker, and she's like, what are you talking about? Like, she killed one of ours. Like, no, she's literally the audience. She's like, not happening. But then I love when Garth is also like, yo, but y'all didn't like, y'all brought me back in after all the Cadmus stuff. Like, you can't solely blame him. Like, he was clearly manipulated by a master manipulator, drugged out. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, like I get it. Like he's like, I get it. But y'all took me in. So and I feel like and that's why it's good character development in Garth's part too, because he's like, yo, I'm not gonna shun him out because I wasn't shunned out, and I'm grateful for that. So I feel like Garth would have been a hypocrite if he's like, yo, F him, like this and that. You know what I mean? So it's dope to see that.
It's funny too, though. I mean, like, cause like. Well, he killed an innocent person, so I guess so it makes sense. But like, it's just very interesting, man. It's just so, and also to see when Blackfire in that conversation, she was like, it's funny because I didn't expect her to say that. I thought she was going to say, I don't know, second chances might be a good thing because Blackfire got a second chance from Starfire. Yeah. But she said, in my experience, second chances aren't great. Like, or what did she say? Like, I'm bullish on second chances or some shit like that. Yeah. Like it was something like that. And I was just like, fair. I mean, like, she probably knows, like, you know what? Like, maybe she's like, I didn't get a second chance because I didn't fuck up. It was self-defense. So she told Starfire that, and now they're good. Right. So maybe it wasn't like another chance kind of joint. It was just like me just telling you the truth of what happened.
Right.
So maybe it's not the same thing. So it's a little different. So yeah.
I mean, we'll see how that plays out. But I love how they're taking a little bit of inspiration from Batman Begins with the fear toxin in the water like stream. When it ended off with that, I was like, word? I was like, wow. I was
but then he's like, yeah, you have to be an idiot to try and drill through this, like, because it was like fucking like 12 inches of fucking like he's like no way, bro. Like there's just no shot. And then he killed that guy.
Crane killing his mom. I was like, wow. Like when he went up to his mom.
Yeah.
She was like, yo, dude, I'm done with you. She was like, I'm done with you. Like I feel bad.
He's really unraveling now. Like it's like bad.
His plan, right? Like he's really not being calculated at all. He's real sloppy. He's real sloppy. He's
starting to see how much Jason was actually helping him. Like, even though he was using him the entire time, obviously, but it was just like, you see why he was using him, because in reality, that's because his ass would still be at Arkham if it wasn't for, because like the way I was thinking about it was like, look, if Scarecrow was that big of a villain, in the sense of like how smart he is, how cunning he is, he's smart, and don't get me wrong, but like he's smart when he's under control. Like, so since the GCPD was using him as an informant, I was just like, okay, so Barbara must not view him as, and Bruce, because Bruce wouldn't allow that to happen if he was that big of a threat where he was doing all this shit by himself. You know what I mean? Like Red Hood or Jason literally was his plan. How far would he have gotten if he didn't have any of Jason's help? He would still be at Arkham.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, and
he wouldn't have manipulated. He wouldn't have manipulated Bruce. He wouldn't have manipulated Dick. Like, no shot.
So it's very interesting. So like I was like, okay,
yeah.
Like,
and then my man goes and shoots Tim Drake. Bro, Tim Drake died, like, pretty much. Like, and
this is where I have a question about it. When they killed him, okay, he's going through the train and the soul thing, cool. How did he? I'm sorry, not him, but Wonder Girl.
Donna,
when
right?
She came back.
Why was she there for so long?
When she came back, well, she was there for so long because she accepted death. She was literally waiting to get to her stop, quote unquote,
right.
her stop. She she was saying like it sucks, but you have to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Fuck it," like she gave up. So that's what it was. So her running into Hank and everything, that is what helped her like get over it.
Yeah,
and be like, oh, like you know what? No, I still have a lot of living left. Like so, but when she came back to life. How the fuck did she teleport to?
That was my question.
I was like, she got teleportation powers now.
My thing, and well, Kayla actually.
And how did she know where Bruce was? That's another question.
I don't think she knew where Bruce was. I don't think she was going to Bruce. I think she was just going to like probably their first sort of, because that's not Wayne. Is that Wayne Manor?
That's not Wayne. That's a totally different place.
Right.
I don't know where that is.
I think that was maybe the Titans' first sort of like, or what Kayla has said was maybe it was like where she thought she would find everybody or find someone there. Like that was her first place to go to. I don't know, but I hope they explain in the next episode.
Because nobody else was there. That's not Wayne Manor.
That was my question.
That's somewhere else.
That was my question to you. Obviously, Bruce lives there, or my son was about to commit suicide.
That's his second home. That's his second home, but he was about to kill himself, and he was just like, "Fuck it, I'll just burn the house, burn this place down, whatever."
So I do hope they explain that because
I really need to know how the fuck that happened.
Remember to you, I was like, I have one question and I have one complaint, and my only complaint. My only complaint was the fight with those soul takers. Like that shit was butt.
Oh, OD butt.
That was butt.
OD.
I was like, they're just not attacking. Like they're just waiting for them to have the conversation. And they're like this. Yeah, that was ass.
Like it wasn't good. Like it was just, and there was just one shot. They're all dead. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, that was my one complaint as well. That whole scene. My
one complaint, and then my one question is also like, how does she know?
Teleport?
How does she go there?
Teleport there? How did she know what that place is? It looks like nobody. It looked like a thing where it's like nobody knows where this is. Because don't you think Dick would have went there when he was, or somebody would have went there or communicated there? Like, yo, I know you're here. Like, Dick would know that.
Yeah.
I feel like, and the fact that Donna knows it, how, why, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
so I really do hope. I hope when she links back up with them, like she explains everything. Which I if they don't, we write in the script for that episode at least.
Yeah, but I mean, remember how unfortunate the seasons become towards the end.
Yeah, so
of Titans, it just trends in that direction.
But here's the thing: I like even
scared.
though this to me, I would definitely wouldn't consider it a filler. Because just like it's not taking away from it's not in the main like Scarecrow storyline, but like it still deals with shit that we need to know about. Like, okay, cool.
Characters coming back to life, yeah, it's huge.
Raven's back, like she looks dope. The mascara, I like the way they did the mascara. I thought that was incredible.
Yeah.
Like it just had like that Game of Thrones, like Daenerys Targaryen.
It really felt like that, man. Okay. I loved it.
It looked really nice, like visually.
I loved it.
One of the most visually pleasing Titans episode.
Yeah, and she got the fit, like she's got like looking regal. You know what I mean?
Do you think that lady was referring to Diana? Like, because I'm assuming that was the queen, right, Hippolyta, and she was referring to Diana, like she had died in battle. I was like, probably not. But
she mentioned a war.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. That's what it was. But no, like, and then even Rachel's character development here a little bit, where she's explaining to her like building up the soul, like she was doing
building a soul,
right. So I was like, wow, dope. Like this is really dope. So that's why the fight scene didn't really take away, and then Hank sort of I'm glad they didn't bring him. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna find a way to bring him back.
Yeah, I was like, his whole body's gone. Like it's
right. That's what Kayla said. Kayla was like, yo, like how? And so I'm glad like he had that moment with his brother, that reunion. I was like, dope. I was like, nice.
Right.
And like
So
they'll just be
Dove,
around there.
they'll be the Hawk and Dove of
like the
Soul
afterlife.
Plane. Yeah,
Right.
that's pretty cool.
It is.
And
him just manifesting stuff. Like I like that is pretty legit. Like I'm happy about that. And he's like, yo, tell Dawn I love her. Like, dope. Good way to end his character arc.
Yeah, we're good.
So thank you for that. Thank you for
don't need a show. Don't need that. Just we're good.
Thank you for bringing Tim back in the way that y'all did. It made sense. Like, cause
that made sense. He was like, and it was like in the moment. He wasn't like in the ground already, like, like already buried.
They were reviving him. They were reviving him. That's why she faded and she crossed that bridge.
Yeah. The time.
Perfect.
I was like, good, perfect. So time worked differently over there than it did over here. Cool. I'm down. I'm with it.
So I'm really digging their vibe. So far, so good. I'm hoping these last 4 episodes they can wrap it up real nice. Nice. If y'all give me that, I'll be like lit. Titan season 3, y'all can start from there. That like watch a little recap of seasons 1 and 2. Come join. To
watch it. Yeah.
I mean, watch everything besides the finales because up to that point, like they were fine, and then they just sort of did whatever they wanted to.
Yeah. So, but this season has been the best one so far. I'm excited for. I'm on your toes. I'm cautiously optimistic. Like
you're on your toes
about the season. So I'm hoping that it ends well here. And I can finally like recommend this show. Feel good about it.
People are like,
some people like it's good, but the finale is just
right. Like the finale always just does that to us for no reason. But we're gonna take a quick little break, guys. But when we come back, we're gonna just finish off recapping Stargirl and then recapping What If. So kick back and chill. Go grab something to eat. Go grab something to drink. We'll be right back. Welcome back, y'all. So Marc brought up a good point during commercial where we are gonna talk about Star Wars Visions. We're gonna have our own separate episode for that. We know it's not in any particular like storyline. Like each story is different. But him and I have watched the first one.
Like 5 shows right now, so it's just like another one.
It's a lot. The fuck.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Damn it. I deserve that one. It's like the fuck. But no, we will probably do a separate episode for that. Talk about the episodes we'd like. Talk about the episodes we didn't care about.
Thing, once we finish watch all of them, and we're all good, like then we can do it.
Well, it shouldn't be that far along because each of them are probably like average 15 minutes each. So
it's pretty short.
Yeah. But I guess sticking with the DC stuff, we could talk about Stargirl. And now, Marc, I had said to you the last episode we watched, right, which was chapter 7. Was it chapter 7? Yes. That I really enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Because to me, the whole brainwave psychological thing that's going on with Yolanda just completely like, I'm just like very much invested in it. I'm just like, yes.
That to me is the most interesting part of the story of the whole season so far is her kind of dealing with this
repercussions of a teenager murdering her ex-boyfriend's father.
Yeah, but it's not even like, oh, she was self-defense. Like, it's still you're murdering somebody. Like, and it's like for humans at least, like. It's like very, I say humans because Blackfire killed her parents and like she's seemingly fine. Right. But like, you're
human emotion,
So she is like, man, like I'm religious. She's religious. She's she this is not okay. Obviously in religion, like
her mother's a complete scumbag. Like, even the priest was like, "Yo, chill.
Yeah, yo, what are you?
Like, you're wildin'."
She looked like she was about to like be like, okay, like
she's about to rip her a new one.
No. Right after she's like, and then that's when she had the. So it looked like she was about to like. So I think now she's kind of like the mom is like, kind of in a productive like, who did this to my daughter? Like she's a victim. She so now like you can tell that because Courtney.
So now she's blaming Courtney. Now she's blaming Courtney.
Yeah.
And it's like it sucks because and I will say this for the mom. It's like she doesn't have all the facts of like what's going on, right? Yeah. Like of Brainwave, of Eclipso now, because and I love the repetition that we've seen in these last couple of episodes, right? Because as Eclipso has escaped the stone, right?
He's that kid now, yeah.
Right, yo, fuck, creepy ass little kid, like with a lollipop.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh, I can't say that word. Creepy ass little kid.
No, yeah. He's like, I'm like, oh, like, yo, I be seeing comment sections sometimes, like for the post, like, yo, I just punched the kid in the face, thought he was Eclipso. I was like, word, but like, yo, why you laughing? Why you laughing like that?
That's about to be Yolanda when she sees Eclipso. Like that. What? Yeah. I'll fight a kid. I'll kill a kid. Fuck it.
I'm the killer. I'm the killer of the group. She's like, you gonna kill? When she looked at Beth, she's like, you gonna kill? No, you're not gonna kill. It's me. I'm the murderer.
Or she made everybody look mad.
Yo, buns, bro. She's like, y'all are all buns. So why did Rick? Why did you kill Grundy?
I was
why did you kill Grundy? I was like, wow.
I mean, the difference there is like
my hour was up. It's like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah,
lying ass.
And also, he's feeding Grundy now. Like, he's taking care of it because I think it's a difference between Grundy and obviously Brainwave, because Brainwave is intelligent human being, like cognizant, like he can't be taken advantage of. Like Grundy was just he's a mindless kind of dude. Like it's very easy to control Solomon Grundy, which is unfortunate, but it's the truth.
Right. So I say easily manipulated him.
So right.
So like, it's like, come do this with us.
Yeah. Like that's why he doesn't he's not like a mentally stable or mentally like all there.
Capable.
Yeah. Capable.
Right?
Yeah. It's like, he's just like, he's kind of like the Hulk in the sense where he's just like mindless and just running around rage. Yeah. Like a zombie.
Big monster.
Right. So. Monster. Anyway, it was so I that's the only differentiator there, because even though he killed his parents, I'm just like, he was probably being taken advantage of. He's like, am I really gonna kill this?
Right. What's the point? What is that gonna do for me?
Right. It wasn't really his fault. Yeah. If somebody didn't point him in the right direction, let me go after. He should go after those motherfuckers, which he already did in season 1.
Exactly. So
they're dead. Right. They're done. Right. They're gone. So he really has no anger left.
The thing about Grundy, he's not after. He doesn't have a vendetta. He's not after anybody.
Right.
Like he's not after anyone.
He's just chilling, trying to do his own shit. But then people will be like,
and it's exactly him. Yeah, it's exactly what he's doing right now. He's just chilling. Rick is feeding him. Right. It's like he's not. He's like it wasn't personal.
Right.
With Brainwave situation, it obviously was personal for Rick because he killed his parents. But right, he already got the culprits of who manipulated Grundy to do that. So there was no point in him doing that. But with Yolanda now, it's like, Brainwave was really just manipulative, like just using all her personal things against her, and we saw that episode where Eclipso sort of does the same with them and getting into their head where they're like violating the lockers at the school. Which I thought was a really good, at least that whole episode to me was really interesting. I'm like, okay, cool. Like it's picking up, like it's really getting climactic. And with Stargirl too, like just using her fighting. And then when they fought the bum ass fake ISA with the kids, the fight scene was cool though. Especially with, Stargirl and anytime Stargirl is fighting, I love it. The rest of them looked a little wonky. The rest of them looked a little wonky, but with her and using the staff, I'm with it. They always
shell out the money for her fights because it's like, she
it's her show.
It's her show, yeah. So like she looks the best when she's fighting. So like her fight scenes are always dope, but like everybody else is just kind of meh. Like kind of like CW, what you would expect from a CW show where you're just kind of like, yikes.
Yo, Joe, it's DC Universe. They should have brought this as a Max original too, man. If they had brought this as a Max original, because you know what? But you know why they didn't? And I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, they really do want like the kids to still watch this. And if they make it
Right.
they can still make it a Max original.
But there's why take the chance of them clicking on Doom Patrol or
not even that.
Oh, it's DC. Yay.
Not even
woo.
that. It's just that the CW, like anyone can go and on the CW app and watch it for free. And like people are not going to
just for Stargirl.
Right. Parents are not going to transition over and be like, what? I got to pay $15 a month for you to watch Stargirl? Like, I'm not doing that.
It's smart they left it on CW because it is for.
It is, but if they had it as a Max original, like the same tone as Doom Patrol and Titans, like
they have a pretty heavy tone this season too. Because she's dealing with the death. She's dealing like
like that.
So I mean, like it's interesting because it's like the fact that we're talking about kids though, but it's like, would a kid really
like that Eclipso shit is kind of like, oh, like it's kind of dark.
Yeah, like
he took Mr. Violin. I'm like, yo, during that fight, I was like, can someone just break the violin? Can someone just break the damn violin?
I was like, yo, just snatch that shit out his hands.
Like, I would have weave this. Give me this. Boom, snap it in half. What now? What now? You're buns now.
Give me this.
Give me that. You're toast. Like it's a dub. Right, but I still see where you're coming from. Where some of the writing is maybe like this.
Sometimes it's hit and miss, but it's just like
this last episode to me wasn't like this last episode.
It was good. It was very good.
I really
this
enjoyed
was
this last episode.
This was the kind of episode that we saw in season 1.
Yes, I'm so happy you enjoyed it as much as I did. Because I'm like, thank you.
This is what I wanted. This is what I was like. Yes, this is the kind of shit. Yes. Like, even though
this is what I was raving about last season. Like, this is the show.
This is the show. Yes. Okay, great. And then you see also like it's interesting that they went the route with like I thought everyone was going to be super supportive of Yolanda and be like try to support her, but
I was like, thank you, Beth.
What's her name? Beth was like, I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah, she was like
always she was like
this. She was like
you might be bugging.
She was like this. She was like, I don't know. Like to be honest, like I don't know if I could really work with a killer. Like you're kind of bugging.
You're kind of bugging. No, like I thought that was interesting, but it is something you just don't associate. Beth would never. Like I don't think she would ever kill somebody. You know what I mean?
And that's why Yolanda was like you. Like she's like I get it. She's like you wouldn't like so like
I'm the killer.
And then her quitting. I was like wow like I know it's gonna give her that redemption arc because it's she just needs to get out of her own head.
I think what's gonna happen right. I think what happened is she's kind of running from it still. Where she's like, you know what? Like let me leave this alone. I'm not doing this anymore.
Right.
So
embrace what happened.
Right. So this is kind of I think what she needs to just kind of be like, I don't need any. Maybe she's not running from it. Maybe she's like, I don't need any distractions right now. I'm just not ready for this shit. I like, as you can tell, like she's just fucked up right now. Like she's in a bad spot, down horrendously. Yeah. Like, and so she needs time to just do her own shit. Like not worry, not talk to them, not do any, not like nothing. Yeah. Like, and that's what I wish Courtney would just understand and be like, you know what? Like, I get it.
Call her mad times, right?
Mad her times, like, yo, leave her alone. Like, just like she. I get you want to be there as a friend. I understand that urge and that feeling, but at the same time, she made a valid point. Like, none of y'all understand what is going on with me because you've never killed anybody.
Yo, Courtney just killed somebody. She's like, now I know how you feel.
Yeah, and I love the fact that she says, like, you guys can't do it, but I don't want you to.
Right.
Like, and I was just like, that was so pivotal because it almost sounded like she was saying, y'all can't kill, like y'all like challenging them almost. But then when she said that, I don't want you to kill. Like, I don't want you to do
I don't want you to go. Yeah, I don't want you to go through the pain that I'm currently going through. Like because she's torn, dude. She's her acting though, Yvette Montreal's acting in that episode, amazing. I was like, yo, she is killing it. She's absolutely killing it.
And that's why this has been the most intriguing part for me. Like, Eclipso's cool, like, whatever, great. But, like, I want to, like, her arc has been the best, I think. Out of
you know what it is? You know what it is? Because, I mean, so far what we've seen from Eclipso, and Eclipso, by the way, was Captain Boomerang on Arrow. Same actor. And he was also in what's that show that Brian used to watch? And he told me to start watching it. Was
100?
No, hold on 1 second. Yeah. All right. 1 second, Mark. I'm grabbing food. Wait, I need to. Barney, relax. You're not built like that, bro. All right. Sorry about that. This was getting some food for some late night eating and grubbing. Peep the new iPhone, y'all. I got the, oh, you feel me? Feel me? Always the lock screen, chilling with villains. For those audio listeners, I just copped the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Very excited. The last phone I had was the XR, so I'm about 3 generations behind. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to use the camera so we can record some more videos, so we can, do all this fun shit. They have a cinematic mode. Ooh, can't wait to use this joint. Look at that. Okay, on my Zack Snyder. Crazy. Are you shitting me right now? All right, but excuse me, yeah. So the actor.
Even Montreal's right. The actor who plays
I think it was either Spartacus. I think that's the other show he was in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But what's it called? I mean, I feel like right now, you know what it was with the ISA was just that they were still like relatable in a sense, and like you kind of felt for some of them and their relationship with their kids. So I think that's what was also compelling about them. Now, where Eclipso feels more like just like a big bad, like he's just an evil dude. And I don't think maybe I could be wrong, but I just don't feel like they'll give him sort of like that arc of like, oh, like you kind of not see where he's coming from, but like you're just like, like he's just a big bad.
Yeah, he's just pure evil. He's a bit.
That's what they said. He is just pure evil. So it's like I get it, and I'm not gonna fault them for that,
because that's who he is always. But like, it's not like a problem, I guess. But it's just in terms of season 1, man, it was just so good, man. It was just so good. Like everything was amazing. Like every episode, I was like, oh my god, like dude, I watched like the whole season. I was like 10 episodes behind. I watched all of them, like, or not 10. I think it was like 9 episodes, 9 or 8 episodes behind, and then I watched them all in like 2 days because I was like, this is really good.
But I am nonetheless, like another thing I've been enjoying is seeing Courtney and Cam more, and just like seeing how that relationship has been going. And because he said something to her too, and I like that they're doing this with Courtney, where it's just like she wants to be there for him, she wants to be there for her friends, she wants to be Stargirl, and it's just like her just trying to balance all this shit.
Balance it, yeah. She's having a tough time balancing everything. Right. Like, and now she's like, she chose, oddly enough, she finally chose to relax and just be like, all right, have fun with your training.
And then this happens.
Hang out with Cam, and then obviously that happens with the. But like, I think Cam has, like, he had a moment in the other episode where I was like,
oh,
this dude might have became my favorite character.
Oh.
No.
Where he stepped up to Cindy?
Word. He pressed her shit like, yo. Like,
he's like yo,
she said, I'm sorry about your father. And he's like,
in the fourth grade,
your mother passed away, and you said you didn't even like her.
He's so like, you don't give a shit
about my dad. I was just like, okay, Cam.
Right.
Okay. Like, bro, I love that. I was like, bro, yes. You see through her bullshit.
Realize.
Hell yeah, bro. She thought she had him. She was, because everybody else, she was like recruiting easily, but then he was like, yeah, I'm not falling for your bullshit. Like, I love that.
Yo, I hope the teacher's doing okay, yo. Like, the coach really got to you. He was bugging out with the paintbrush. Yo. And then the substitute teacher was mad funny. He's like, yo, y'all talk about the S section, but like, oh, it's okay.
It's all right. No answer. All right.
Like,
so Incas?
No, he's like, oh, okay. He's like, it's been a minute. It's been a while. But no, even like this, like, you know, and Mike getting a little bit of character development.
Yeah, thank God they took the pen out of his hand. I was like, enough of that pen shit. Like, please.
That was an episode.
I know. I didn't like it at all. I hated it.
Yeah.
It was
we still got that. We still got Green Lantern. Like, I'm just like, wow. Like, there's still a lot to like. How much we got here? Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still got 6 episodes. So still some time to cover these things. But I think now, especially that last episode where we see Eclipso sort of show up. All right, I'm back again. They just don't want us to wrap up our Stargirl chat, you know? But yeah, what were you saying? You remember what you said? Hurry up. But no, yeah. She has shown up to Beth's house. I mean, Eclipso has shown up to Beth's house, I believe, because they showed her sleeping and then they showed the creepy kid outside the window. So I feel like the next 6 episodes are gonna, you know, really take off and sort of continue on this trend of, because to me so far, I know it hasn't been as impressive as season 1 and as compelling, but I still do feel like I am attached to these characters and I do want to see where this continues to go. And another thing I really like, which I think is underappreciated, is the whole family aspect of like when the 4 of them are sitting at the dinner table, right, and talking about everything, like right. with you know with Mike, with you know, Courtney, their parents. I'm like, wow, dope, yeah. So, and I think there's still, like, Pat still has some things to uncover because he hasn't really said everything that he knows about Eclipso and like what really happened with Dr. Midnighter and, you know, his daughter and things like that. So there's still some things to be unraveled there. Shade is still alive somewhere, you know, looking for help. Do you think Cindy and I always forget the poor kid's name that also got clapped by Eclipso? You think they're like clapped? Or like they'll come back. I think Cindy might come back. I always thought Cindy was still alive. But the Fiddler is Dunzo. R.I.P. Yo, Eclipso came in hot, boy. He said, "Bloop, you're done." Horsemaster's daughter like dipped out.
I don't know where's Shade at.
The Shade is like he's hiding in the shadows. Where he's like, "Yo, I'm beat right now." But yeah, so let's see what they do with these next couple of episodes. And Mark, to finish it off, we're going to be talking about your favorite show ever. What if? Mark, talk to me, man. Why? Because here's my thing with What If, right? The last episode you and I talked about What If was episode 3, right? At least to my knowledge.
Yeah.
So
the Doctor Strange one, right?
Did we talk about that one? I don't think we even talked about that one.
What was the third episode?
I'm checking.
Guardians. Then it was Black. Then it was.
Oh yeah, it was the one where Hank Pym kills all the Avengers. pretty much. That was the third one. Yep.
Right.
What if the world lost his?
What if the world lost his?
So then after that, we got what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands, which I thought was a really good episode. I really enjoyed that Doctor Strange one.
Yeah, the Doctor Strange one was good.
Like the Groundhog Day shit. Like I like that aspect.
Yeah, that was
great.
I
like the aspect of him using all this magic and taking from dark magic and like wow like this dude has just gone off the rails for love, the love of his life. And it's understandable. It's relatable. Like, it's just like, if you're put in that situation, like, and you have the power to maybe change things, why not? But it's just like, and an
absolute point in time. So like when you do that, it breaks the entire multiverse and everything.
Even the Watchers, like, dude, like, I'm not into. He's like, you could do this. You can intervene. He's like, nah, bro, that's on you, my guy.
You're bugging.
Like, so I thought that one was really good. What did you think about the zombies episode? That was the one after that. What if zombies? You didn't like it? Why?
It was just like so. It was just like, oh yeah, like it just was. I didn't feel like they really were locked in. Like I didn't feel like they were like super focused, and like it just felt like just jokes. Someone dies, jokes. Someone dies, jokes. And at the end, I like the Vision thing with Scarlet Witch, like trying to like cure her or something, and like, but like it just wasn't. I don't know.
What's that line Vision said in WandaVision? Because that's what played out here. Like, what is what is love or some? What if something? If love not prevalent,
persevering. Right. It was something like that. But yeah, but it was just like it just was underwhelming. Everything was just like, I'm good. Like Bucky goes off by himself to go investigate. Nobody goes with him. Then you have after they just talked about not splitting up. Then before that, Peter's like, "Yo, we really shouldn't split up." Then Okoye's like, "Oh no, that's fine." And then after that, it's like, "Oh, I should have listened to you." It's like,
yeah, you
how are you all alive right now? Like, if this is your common sense right now, how are you all alive? I don't get it. Like, and it was cool to see at the end when Thanos was there, like in Wakanda, and you're like, oh shit, and then it cuts off.
Stones, yeah.
So I was like, okay, like
I'm always like, damn, like I wonder if they're gonna continue these stories at all. Well, no, because at the end, the Watchers goes like, yeah, like that world just went to shit, like it just ended.
Yeah,
but I like some of the I like the interaction. I like you know what it is for me. I like some of the interactions where I feel like we won't get it on screen. Right, like, or maybe we will, like someone like Spider-Man and the Wasp, like their interaction, right? Like I enjoyed that. Like, how do you always stay so positive? And then he explains, my Uncle Ben, like this and that. So like, oh, first mention of Uncle Ben in the MCU, confirmed. And just with Bucky and him having losing his two best friends and like there's certain things I can appreciate of the episodes that they do, and that's what happened with the one after that. What if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? Like the interaction between Killmonger and Tony Stark, and how that would have played out differently. I can appreciate some of these things, even though but right, it just feels like you could watch this. Like I've been feeling the way you feel because like if someone was like, yo, I'll give you $10 to not watch another episode, I'll probably take the $10.
If they said, if we were just like, yeah, let's just drop What If and not watch anymore and not talk about it, I would drop it. I wouldn't watch another episode.
Like it's not something that gets me excited week to week, and that's okay because it's just like these episodes are so short that I know that it's like if I have nothing to do, I can just be like, okay, let me just watch What If real quick, just bang that out. But right, I'm not, but at the same time, my expectations being low, I feel like that's why I appreciate more the interactions and what they're going for than rather than like, are they telling like a really compelling, because here's the thing, it's not easy what they're doing, right? They're like, we have half an hour and we just need to tell a story. And how can we tell that story in this half hour? Maybe what if we do an episode one day, a podcast episode, a what if episode? Let's do one. Let's fucking do one.
Okay.
Ah, damn. I said the F word. But yeah, let's create one. Why not?
I'm with that.
And then we'll talk about it here on the podcast. Guys, tune into our actual, me and Marc's written What If podcast episode.
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting. So, because then we got what if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark, and it's just like you didn't like the fact that Shuri just showed up in Pepper's like office. So it's just like,
it's like, oh yeah, my brother's dead. Ha 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 ha. I was just like, let's high five. I was just like, Jesus Christ. Like, it was just like, it was just so weird. And the fact that nobody's questioning, first of all, how did she even know who she was? How did she know that she was having second thought? Like, what made her go to Pepper and say, yo, listen, I think and she's like, yeah, I think the same thing. It's like,
don't you think you're being a little harsh on an animated 30-minute skit?
I mean, no. Like,
so we could write a better story.
And also, how did she? What was she like? We didn't even see how she got all that information that she was trying to show. Like, where did you get all that?
Right, they breeze like through that. They skip
that. Like we don't see that. That's like the biggest part. I would have gone over the Pepper thing if we shown that part. Nothing. We don't see that. So, but it's just like so weird how, and also how she's processing everything. Her older brother's dead, was literally murdered, and she's like, oh, like I get the part of her wanting to investigate and find out what's going on. I get that, but then all of a sudden she's just like, she goes, oh, okay, let me go to fucking the States. Like, how did she even get there?
So like, do you think if they made these
so many
episodes, questions, do you think if they made these episodes an hour long but fleshed all that out, you would enjoy it more? Like, add that time, because I feel like that's the only thing that's killing it for you is the time constraint, because they don't have time to elaborate on how Shuri found this information, went off, because I'm asking for like a 2 minute. I'm asking for a 2 minute. Okay, just a 2 minute thing
of her something. Two minutes.
As she's sitting on the chair, she explains to Pepper like, "Oh, this is what happened. This is how I got here. This is how I know I can trust you."
2 minutes, done. Like, it's just like something. Like I'm asking for 2 minutes.
Right.
2 minutes. And I guarantee you, if I watch the episode again, I could show you another 2 minutes that was just not necessary. And that was just fan service. And it was just like, oh, look who's over here now because of this whole like interaction. Like, you don't need that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, Rhodey, yeah. Like, but that made sense. That made sense bringing him in.
Like, yeah, and like the beginning scene, do we need to see him doing the same thing over and over again? The same thing, him in the Humvee, like, oh, I'll be out of a job for that whole scene. That could have been cut. That could have been like, we already know that.
Yo, Marc,
if you don't show us something, don't show us something that we've already seen. The whole point of this fucking thing is, what if something else happened? So how about you get to the point where Tony's under attack and he looks at the missile? That's where you started off. How about that? Where you, like, don't start off where he's in the Humvee and you have the whole scene. That's a waste of time. You could use that time to build something else really quickly. Like that's what they need to understand. Time is fucking precious in these episodes. You don't have the next episode to build upon it. You don't have that. So you have to, right now, like, you have to use every second so like wisely. That's what I feel like they're not getting or not consistently getting. The second episode, fantastic with Chadwick. That was fantastic. Then the Doctor Strange episode was good. I liked it. Like, but all the other episodes have been just meh to me. Like,
yeah, I do feel myself getting lost sometimes. Not lost. I'm just like, I go on my phone. And I'm just like,
dude, I literally am like, skip 10 seconds, and then wait till I can get to something where I'm like, oh, okay, now this is not
watching like 10 minutes of it.
It's so bad.
So the last one then with Captain Marvel and Thor, you and I have the same complaint where I just wish like it was more of them actually scrap, because I said the exact same thing you said to me while I was watching. I was like, oh, okay, so they're doing what the fans want and giving us Captain Marvel versus Thor, because currently in the MCU you could say that these two are the strongest ones, like the strongest Avengers. So having them fight it, I'm just like lit. But right, they made it more comedic than anything else.
It looked great. It looked great. The animation
looked great.
Was fantastic.
But I get what you mean though, because it's like, but at the same time, like the reason I didn't discredit them as much as I feel like you are is just because I'm like, from the jump, we had got a party hungry Thor. Like, I'm Thor, I'm here to party. Like, I'm not really a bad guy. Like, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, he's a surfer dude, you know, he's like, yeah, like party, fiesta, this kind of thing. It was dope to see giant Loki, you know, and that whole thing and that whole story. It was nice to see Frigga. So it was nice to see Darcy. Like there are a lot of elements that I like, that I can't completely discredit them and be like, yo, I didn't enjoy it. But I do get what you mean. It's just like the stories, they're interesting. They're exciting because they're new stories of these characters that we already know, but it's like, right, like, okay, cool. 30 minutes, how do we really give them a real compelling story?
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of the episodes I'm starting to notice this trend where a lot of the episodes are just like, look, Loki and Thor are now best buds. Great, isn't it? Like, or hey, look, the Surtur's hitting on the Statue of Liberty. It's just like all this shit where it's like, you don't need this for a compelling story. You don't need that. I don't need this shit.
You know what would have been dope? Like something like the zombie episode, right? Like, make that shit a horror episode. Like, make that shit a real zombie apocalypse type shit. Like, holy shit. Like, we are in the thick of this shit. Like, this is no joke. Or that one with Thor. It's like, okay, cool. He's a party dude. He's this and that, but he's still the God of Thunder. And he's like, I'm not trying to lose this fight right now with whoever this is. Right.
That would have been cool where it's like, when you see, okay, like, you actually want to fight and you're strong. I don't have to hold back against you.
You're messing up my vibe right now. Like, I'm kind of tight about that. You're messing up my party vibe. Like,
it's just like,
and I, one thing I will say, I didn't like the way they did Jane. I didn't like the way they did Jane.
She's all googly eyed.
Like
me.
I'm like, I get it. But I see what you mean, because it's like, oh, it's a what if. But it's just like, well, but not why not make the what if just more relatable, more? I get it.
It just the show is so.
Guys, Marc is an MCU hater.
There's been two episodes that I've actually liked, where I was like, wow, this was great. Every second was used wisely, and like, you know, like they. Because I know.
Strange one, I was folding clothes, but I was like, wait. I was like, yo. I was like, oh.
But you know, with the I'll give you episode 2, for example, with the Guardians and stuff.
Chadwick, yeah.
So they use every minute, but I know they have to throw a little bit in there. I get it, because it is funny. I do like to see, like, oh, sometimes, like, oh, hey, that character's over here now. Thanos is on this. He's now, you know, whatever.
But they still made Thanos compelling.
But they made everybody be like, yeah, they made everybody like, oh, okay, like I get you have to do that sometimes, but in a lot of these episodes, it's just been too much of that. Way too much of that. No building of the story. They're just like, oh, here's something funny. He'll make you laugh for 30 minutes. It's like, great. I don't want to laugh for 30. I'm not. You know what I mean? It's like, if I want to laugh for 30 minutes, I'll go watch The Office. Most of your jokes don't even hit like that.
Wow.
Like, sorry, but most of their jokes haven't. Like, I didn't laugh once the entire episode. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, and it's not like I'm like. I'm watching it and I'm like, I'm enjoying some stuff, you know, like, oh, okay, Loki's there.
You're enjoying certain elements. Elements you're like, just do better.
Yeah, like a lot of stuff is just like, bro, like, you don't need to do, like, what happened to what in the Doctor Strange episode? Deep themes, good stuff, some comedy, but mostly cool stuff, like, that you wanted. That's interesting, like a heist story in 30 minutes, boom, done. Then you have the Doctor Strange thing, like, he's literally coping with the fact that he can't save the love of his life.
Beast. So beast. So good.
He can't do it, but he has the tools to do it, but he can't because of the universe dies.
Good. So good. That Doctor Strange one, it hits a little different for me. I really do like
that
Doctor Strange episode.
It was and that's what made it good, man. Like, it's just like, you don't have that and all these others. Like, it's just so annoying. And so that's why I've been very disappointed with the what if stuff. Yeah. I mean, other than those two episodes, it's been super disappointing.
That's a great point. Guys, if you've been at, like, you know, don't let us bring you down. Like if you're enjoying it,
if you're
enjoy
enjoying
it.
it, more power to you. But that's just me. That's my opinion.
Because it's nice. It's nice to see these characters that we know and love
in a different setting.
sort of, a different setting, of course. But right, like if they're able to tell better stories, tell better stories. But yeah, y'all. I mean, this has been Mark. It was so nice chatting with you about all these shows we've been watching.
Yes.
Because there's just been a lot. There's been a lot to talk about. I'm so happy we have joined today. Sorry we missed out last week, guys, but we should be good from here on out. We all of our schedules have just been like completely crazy. Mark and I trying to find some employment. If y'all know anybody, let us know. But no, all jokes aside though, we do have the rest of this Titan stuff coming up. Titans is coming to an end. What If is coming to an end. Only 2 more episodes of What If, Mark, so you don't have to deal with it for much longer. 6 episodes of Stargirl, so we still got to, and then obviously Doom Patrol now. We got the Vision stuff coming up, and we got a couple movies on the way. We got Venom. We got Venom next week, so we will be talking about Venom. Let There Be Carnage.
It's a love movie,
right? Mark, are you caught up to all the James Bonds?
No.
Watch all the Daniel Craig James Bonds, please, so we can talk about that. We will be talking 007, y'all. We got DC Fandom next month. We have the Batman trailer in like 3 weeks. In 3 weeks. Again, we're doing a live, and we're also doing our reactions, which will be posted on YouTube. We have Disney's Investors Day again coming up, so we are going to be booked and busy, y'all. So we will not be missing out on those. We promise. We just knew that we had a week, so we're just like, we'll just chill. We did watch Blade Runner, both of them. Mark and I for the first time.
I watched Blade Runner 20. I didn't watch 40 now because I fell asleep because it was so late. I was tired.
It was late and it was long. But hopefully, whenever we have some free time, we'll talk about it. And so make sure to come through and chill. We'll see y'all soon. Make sure, again, like I said, if y'all want to talk, hit our DMs at Chillin' with Villains. We'll be more than glad to talk to y'all. So we'll see y'all soon.
Later.